I think it was time to make another one of these. Welcome to another editing video. My name is Luka and today we're going to be editing. I'm going to show you how I edited Rina's photos from our photo shoot from last month. Several of you asked me how I edited skin tones and how I did skin cleaning, so I'm going to go through all of that and show you how I did all the masking and everything. It's nothing too complicated, it's nothing too overwhelming. I'm going to explain everything in the simplest terms as possible. You can use any Lightroom that you want that has masking. Literally for the last about like 2 years now, 3, however, already have a masking option in Lightroom, and I'm gonna use one of my presets to show you how to apply it and how to adjust it to your preferred skin tone. It's very simple. I'm gonna show you a couple of really easy steps that I do. And also what you see in the background here, that's my monitor that I shoot my videos on, because my whole setup is over there. If you want me to show you how I set up these videos to record videos like these, let me know down in the comments. Okay, without further ado, let's do some work. What we have here, let me just adjust the mic a little bit. What we have here is one of the Rina's photos that I chose to show you how I edited, because the skin is open and her face is open, so you can see this is before skin retouching. This is just color adjustment, because skin we're gonna do a bit later. So this is the whole setting. This is how it looks unedited, pretty much very flat, straight out of the camera. And I'm gonna also delete all the masks. Bam, bam, all the masks are gone. So this is how the photo looked originally. It's a little bit overexposed, which is totally fine, because I know that I can pull a lot of that in the editing, as you saw. Okay, so let's start from the preset. These are my presets that I have, that I use the most. Fuji Dream is the one that I chose to use for this one, because I felt like I can make something with her skin with just a bit of the adjustments. So this is how photo looks like with just a preset. It's not even close to what we want, right? So we're gonna start from the top to bottom. First, I'm gonna leave the the white balance as it is, because on auto it gives me, this looks green. I don't like that. Okay, and if we click on the shirt, it's gonna tell us 6500. Which is kind of okay. Let's leave it as that, right? Let's leave it at 6500. Contrast, I'm not going to touch for now, because I feel like it's already a lot contrasty. Let's see next. Highlights. I'm looking at the shirt, her looking at the skin. I'm going to make separate layers for face, shirt, and the stomach, so we can adjust the tones to be proper and not a little bit overexposed as they are right now. All right, so where are we at? Highlights. I'm gonna go a little bit down, just a tiny bit. Then shadows, we're gonna go a little bit higher. I wanna see some of the background. Okay, that's cool. Now white, I like to do a bit of white, even though this does look now overexposed, it's fine. But the white brings that kind of pop, but also brings a lot of contrast. So just so you know, if you go higher on the whites, you're gonna get a lot more contrast. Black, let's just leave it as it is right now. Okay, one thing that I like to do here is I like to keep my texture, well, let's see, like 13, 14, and clarity on -15, because I love how that affects the image. Because texture gives you the sharpness, and clarity, when you go down, it gives you a little softness, like almost like a mist filter. Next, vibrance and saturation, we're gonna leave exactly as they are. We're gonna go down. Let's see here, orange. A sec, what we have here, orange. Let's go a little bit down. There you go, something like that. And we're gonna go down with saturation. I don't want it to be too much. And luminance, we're gonna go down, just somewhere there, roughly, because now I can see the skin tones. Okay, that looks good. Okay, next, yellow color. I don't know if we have to move something on yellow. Yellow looks pretty decent. Red, we're gonna leave the same, because this is just gonna give a little bit more pop in the lips. Okay, cool. We're gonna leave all of this the same, and then we're gonna come right here. So this is the part that I like to play with the most, because this is where you take those popping colors from the skin. It's a bit like, I don't explain, it's a bit tedious work, but after a while you play with it, you're gonna realize what I'm talking about. If you're planning to do color grading on your photos professionally, I highly suggest that you get yourself IPS monitor. IPS monitor is the monitor you can actually calibrate your colors to, because every producer of the monitors has their own standards. They all try to be perfect in their own way, but not the way that you want it, because some monitors are gonna be more greenish, some are gonna be more contrasty. And if if you're gonna notice that if you edit the photo on your computer and you transfer it to your phone, and on your iPhone it looks completely off, then means that your monitor or the have you use on your computer for color grading is not really that good. So those monitors are not expensive. I'm gonna put a couple examples here. They're like a couple $100. You can even find them used on Facebook Marketplace for like $150 if you look for them. Now that this is done, let's go into making some masks. So first we have here, we can choose the whole person. Lightroom is really great at detecting that. I'm gonna do facial skin, eyebrows, eyes, iris, lips, and no teeth. Bam, that's one mask. Now we're gonna work just on her face, right? So I want to pop those colors out, a little highlights, take the shadows a tiny bit down. Bam, there we go. Okay, that's for now. Now a new mask, we're gonna go again, select people, we're gonna give us the person, we're gonna choose the body skin, we're gonna create a mask with, let's see, if you go down, bam, a little bit of contrast, highlights up, shadows down, that creates natural contrast, something like that, and we're gonna go down. Bam. So now we have some highlights, but we also have more definition, and that looks differences this. See, I get a little bit more. I don't want to go too much because it's gonna look fake. Now let's do again people, person, and where's the skin? Skin, clothes. There you go. Bam. Now from this mask, I want to subtract the pants. So we're gonna choose the brush. I'm gonna go like this, just wiping off anything that has nothing to do with the shirt, because the shirt is the only thing that I want to work on. So we're gonna put some whites up, highlights a bit down so I can see some stuff, something like that. So difference is this, you see, like it gives more of definition of the shirt. Now we're gonna go to the S curve here that I made in preset. Now what I don't like is that there is a lot of green in the shadows. So the way I'm gonna avoid green is that I'm gonna pick up right here this little pin, because these are the shadows, midtones, and highlights. I just want to go into shadows and pull them a bit down, not too much. I just want to lose the green. This is before, this is after, before and after. You can see how the background becomes less green, because I really don't like that. Okay, now let's work again on calibration here, because I want to get this color to pop more. So we're gonna start with the blue, right? So if we move the blue down, you see like it's getting already a little bit kind of pinkish. So we're gonna stop, let's say, right there. Saturation wise, I feel like, yeah, see there we're getting already a little bit orangish. Then we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go green, put some saturation up. See, if I go this way, it becomes like really green. This is like Ma'am Hulk, or whatever the fuck the name of the movie is. 23, there you go, bam, that's it. And then we're gonna go with the red. We're gonna try to find that little color. Let's see right here, and then we put some saturation. That's a little bit too much, I don't like that. So let's say here, a little bit down right here, roughly. So if you turn the calibration off, you see where we started, and this is where we are right now. So now I feel like this photo is great. I would just do maybe a bit more highlights up, maybe pull some shadows more out, and this is pretty much it. I mean, I did this like in a couple of minutes. This took me a while to get it properly done originally, but now I know how I did it. With a little bit more tweaking, you can get exactly the same colors, but this is the one you saw on Instagram. This is the one that we just did now in a couple of minutes. Of course, there is more tweaking to be done to get to this point, but that video would take like 30 minutes. This is in short how you can do it and how you can apply the filters and adjust them to your likings. One thing that I can give you as an advice when you're doing color grading of your photos is that if you're editing for kind of longer period of time and you feel like the colors are a little bit off and you just can't get them right, step away from the computer. Look at something else. Look at the sky. Look at the sun. Actually, don't look at the sun. Look at anything else. Look at your dog or look plants, whatever. Just get your eyes away from the monitor so they can relax. And then after 10-15 minutes, come back, look at it. You're going to have a whole new perspective. Now let's do some skin retouching. So what I have here is Retouch for Me, which is the app that I've been using for like a year now. You probably saw me tagging them in a bunch of Instagram stuff because I think it's really cool and it's extremely helpful. So let me show you how it works, right? So we have here Rina's photo shoot. Do I want to upgrade? Not now. I can do that later. These are all the photos that I separated from Lightroom catalog that I liked, because these are photos that I wanted to post, and you probably saw a bunch of these on social media. So the way I do it is I choose maybe 30-40 photos from each photo shoot that I really like. Those go separately for the editing. And the reason for that is that skin retouching through the app still takes a bit of a time. I have 6 or 7 here presets that Retouch gave me to use. I love them, they're amazing, but the problem is they're pretty slow. I have a very fast computer with 128 gigs of RAM, and it still takes them about like 45 seconds to a minute for each photo to render it and pop it out. My graphic card is a 4080 Ti, so even that is not an issue, but it is what it is. So in order to save some time and not edit the whole gallery that you see on these my videos, I do 30-40 photos here, edit them, and then pop them up on social media. But let me show you how this works. So this is all the photos that I chose. I don't know, let's choose this one for example, because there's a lot of skin there. So you can see here her face. She has great skin. There's some little imperfections that need to get rid of, and we're going to show you how that's going to work. So here we have all the plugins that I have to use. So we're gonna put heal on 85, dodge and burn, let's say like 90 skin tone, 89, 90 for skin mask, eye vessel, we're gonna go a little bit 80, I don't want that too much, and eye brilliance to 80. Frequency separation, we're gonna go high because I love how that works here, and then we're gonna click on retouch preview. And just to show you how long this takes, this is just a preview, which means that this is how long it's gonna take also for a photo to pop out. So let me see how long it is gonna take. Yay! Done. Okay, that took, I don't even know, I'll put in how long that took, but you see what the point is. Anyway, the job that it did is amazing. So let me show you. Let's zoom in her face. Look at this. This is after, this is before. After, before, after, before. I think it does an amazing job for what it does. Like these are the presets that I chose. There's many more of them. But I love how this looks like. You pulled some shadow from her eyes, it gave it a little bit more brilliance. You deleted all these underlines and baggies under the eyes, cleaned her forehead with all the pimples, but like the scars and imperfections. The only thing that I don't like is that the app doesn't understand the difference between the mold and something that is supposed to be deleted, because her mold right here is just gone, same as piercing in the nose. So I feel like that can be adjusted eventually, but for now, if this is the biggest issue that I have with it, hell yeah, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So now when this is all done, all I have to do is select all the other photos and apply the same thing and export all 63 photos that I chose. If one photo takes 45 seconds to export, it means that your 63 photos is going to take 63 times 45 seconds, which is this much. So you know, if you need to do more photos in a batch of editing for skin, just so you know, it's going to take you some time. And if you want to use my code, the link is going to be down in the description, so you can get a discount for these plugins. With that being said, we are done for today. If you want to support if you like what you saw today, hit a like, subscribe, and also there's a thanks button if you want to buy me a coffee. Also, there's a link for the Patreon where I put all the extra stuff. I have full galleries. You can find my Lightroom presets. We can talk about photography. If you need some help, you're not sure how to upgrade your photography journey, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you join the club. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.